Hello there. Most of Ukraine's civil servants are loyal, but not all. The president is therefore taking action in his security agencies now. Angered by the treason in the Ukrainian security apparatus, President Volodymyr Zelensky has dismissed the heads of the Secret Service and the General Public Prosecutor's Office. More than 60 employees from these authorities remained in the Russian-occupied areas and collaborated with the enemy. That's what Zelensky said in his video address on Sunday. The presidential office in Kiev issued decrees dismissing the head of the SBU Secret Service, Ivan Bakanov, and Prosecutor General Irina Venediktova. Ukraine has been fighting the Russian war of aggression since February 24th. Zelensky has made almost no personnel changes during this time. He gave figures on the defectors, though. There are 651 criminal proceedings against employees of the Public Prosecutor's Office and other law enforcement agencies for high treason and also for collaboration with Russian services. In 198 cases, those affected were informed that they were under suspicion. This series of crimes against the foundations of national security raises serious questions for agency leaders, the president said. He confirmed that a senior SBU official formerly in charge of the Black Sea Peninsula of Crimea had been arrested. Bakanov is a close companion of Zelensky from his days as a television comedian. He has headed the Secret Service since 2019. No successor has been named for him, though. The General Prosecutor's Office is to be temporarily headed by Oleksiy Simonenko. Zelensky also announced recruitment processes for top posts in anti-corruption agencies. Since the beginning of the war, there has also been speculation about Vladimir Putin's state of health. The British Chief of Staff now warns of wrong conclusions. According to British Chief of Staff Tony Radakin, speculation about Russian President Vladimir Putin's poor health is not very helpful. Some of the comments that he's not well or that someone will surely kill him or take him out, I think are wishful thinking. That's what Radakin told the BBC on Sunday. As professional military men, he and his colleagues they see a relatively stable regime in Russia. Kremlin boss Putin managed to suppress any opposition, he said. Nobody at the top has the motivation to challenge President Putin, and I say no one is probably in the position to do so. Speaking about the Ukraine war, the Chief of Staff said Russia's ground forces may now pose less of a threat after setbacks in Ukraine. But Russia is still a nuclear power, we shouldn't forget. The country also has cyber capabilities, space capabilities, and special underwater programs. These programs could threaten the undersea cable that carry data across the continents. That's what the Chief of Staff said. And Britain's next Prime Minister must be aware that Russia is currently the greatest threat to the UK and will remain a challenge for decades to come. The war in Ukraine will be the dominant topic at the military briefings for the successor to outgoing Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Then we must remind the Prime Minister of the extraordinary responsibility he has at the helm of Britain's nuclear power, Radakin said. Boris Johnson was forced to resign as party leader on July 7th by an internal party revolt, which also means the end of his government or his time in government office. On September 5th, the new party leader is to be named, who will then also succeed Johnson as prime minister. Also, crackdowns in Russia continue against those who do not support the Kremlin's propaganda. For example, she became world famous for a protest on live Russian TV. Marina Ovsyannikova was taken into custody on Sunday. After a second protest against Russia's war of aggression in Ukraine, the TV journalist Marina Ovsyannikova has been temporarily arrested. I wanted to walk the dogs and just stepped out of the gate when the uniformed man approached me, she wrote on her Telegram channel. She is based in the Krasnozelsky Ministry of Internal Affairs, a police station in Moscow. There had previously been several reports of an arrest. Photos were also posted on her Telegram channel on Sunday that allegedly show police officers taking her into a minibus. She was released 3 hours later, though. "I'm at home, everything is fine," she wrote on her Facebook page. "But now I know it's always best to take a suitcase and passport with you when you go out," she wrote. On March 14th, Ovsyannikova appeared behind the anchor woman during the news program Vremya on the Russian channel Первый канал. Ovsyannikova, who herself worked as an editor for the station, held up a sign that read, "Stop the war. Don't believe the propaganda. You are being lied to here," and she held this to the camera. She also shouted, "Stop the war," before the live broadcast ended. For this, the editor, who had previously been considered loyal to the line, received worldwide recognition. Her brief arrest on Sunday follows a photo posted on social media on July 15th of her holding a placard calling Russian President Vladimir Putin a murderer and his soldiers fascists. "How many more children have to die before you stop?" That's what you can read there. Such public statements are punishable in Russia as publishing false information and denigrating the army. There can be sentences to long terms of imprisonment there. The civil rights portal OVD Info in Moscow reported on Telegram that she had to answer in court because she has made discrediting statements about the Russian armed forces during the recent hearing of opposition leader Ilya Yashin in the Moscow court. The information could not be verified so far now. The Russian authorities have not yet commented either. Even after the first action in March, the journalist was briefly in police custody, but was then released and sentenced to pay a fine. Internationally, Ovsyannikova received a lot of praise and support, but there were also critical voices from the Russian opposition. One of the criticisms was that Ovsyannikova had worked for years for the Первый канал broadcaster, which the opposition believed to be the Kremlin's de facto mouthpiece. After her protest, Ovsyannikova spent several months abroad and worked briefly for the German newspaper Die Welt. In early July, she announced her return to Russia to resolve a custody battle over her child. So there's no end in sight to this criminal war of aggression by the Russian government against Ukraine, and definitely the propaganda from Russia will also continue. And I'll see you in my next video. Schau vorbei.